What's up, guys? It's Keith, and today we have another superstar here with us, and she has been willing to share her experience about this life in tech. So,
greetings. I am Sabrina Coleman, a rising senior computer science student at Florida A&M University, hailing from the greatest city of Tampa, Florida.
Awesome.
Great.
I think you mentioned earlier that you're a PM here. So,
yes.
I'm just curious. What do PMs at Microsoft do?
I think the PM role is different from org to org. There are a lot of different organizations under Microsoft. For example, the Office Products Group. I'm not 100% sure what it's called now, but that includes all the Office products that we use every day. But the organization that I work under is called Artificial Intelligence in Research, or AINR for short. And the PM role there looks more like a product management role is the best way that I can describe it. So PM stands for Program Manager, but it looks more like a product manager than anything. So you are essentially assigned a task or a vision or problem to solve, and you're in charge of driving that vision from start to end. So whether that be front end user experience or back end things that Bing is doing, you're essentially given a task or a vision, and it's your job to go figure out what the problem is and how to meet that need in a way that best benefits the user.
So being a PM, I know you said you were a computer science major. What made you come to the decision that you wanted to be a PM, or why did you seek out this kind of role?
So when I originally came to Microsoft last summer as an intern, I was actually a part of the Explorer program, which they put you in a team of 2 or 3 interns and you all work on the same project. And it usually involves some type of development, but for the most part, you're supposed to get experience in the PM role, like designing the project and driving the vision, then also experience in the development part of the role, so actually coding and implementing what it is that you spec'd out.
Right.
So last summer I was doing that on the Bing image team, and over the course of the summer I realized that I enjoyed doing user research and designing what the platform was actually going to look like and things like that, rather than actually coding the experience. So that's personally why I chose to take the PM route for this summer.
So how did you get into computer science?
How did I get into computer science? How did you get into computer science, Sabrina? Okay, so I can't do this with you. All of my life, it felt like everybody was always asking me what I wanted to be when I grew up. And you give them the typical answers I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, or whatever you say when you're 5, and then again when you're 10. And then by the time you get to high school, you start really having to think about those things and make those decisions, or at least most people do. I personally didn't. I avoided the question. I never answered it for anybody. I basically told everybody that asked me to get out of my face and I'll figure it out later. So it came time to fill out college applications, and my dad is actually a software engineer, and my mom got her degree in CIS, but she does more IT related stuff now. So when it came to fill out college applications, there's a little drop down and it says intended major, and I was like, computer science, because you can always change it later.
Whoa.
But I didn't really know that that's what I wanted to do for sure until I got to college. I never took any computer science classes or anything like that in high school, so I actually had absolutely no idea what I was getting into. But when I got to college and I took my first coding class, I really came to love and enjoy it. So a touch of just random chance and indecisiveness actually led to me being in a major that I really love.
So what's your favorite part about working at Microsoft?
Between last summer and this summer, I think my favorite part of working at Microsoft has been the network I built. In a place like this, you meet a lot of different people that come from a lot of different places, that have a lot of different ideologies and things that they love doing. And no matter who you are or where you come from, you can really get plugged into a community of people that probably enjoy the same things that you do, have the same values that you do. And so being here, I've gotten to meet a lot of really great full-time employees that have the same values as me, enjoy doing the same things as me, and have really looked out for me and mentored me and guided me throughout my internships here. And that's one of the things that I'm most excited about coming back, is just really getting a chance to plug myself into the great network of friends and mentors that I made here.
Last but not least, what kind of advice do you have for any college students as of right now?
Okay, so advice for college students, and this is pretty non-related to computer science, but just kind of life in general. Like a lot of people, I've learned a lot about myself over the course of my college experience, and I think I'm lucky because everything that I learned about myself pointed me in the direction that I was already going. But I've had a lot of friends who figure out what they want to do, or figure out that they aren't necessarily loving their major, and they don't have the courage enough to make the change. And I think that everybody is different, and the world wouldn't be what it is today if all of us had the same major, or even if all of us went to college. So don't be afraid to do what you love and to follow and pursue your passions, and don't be afraid to step outside of the expectations of your friends and even your family, in order to pursue what you know is really going to make you happy in the end.
So we had a great time working with each other.
Yeah.
And
It's been a great summer.
And I will see you in 2 years, a year, 2 years.
Oh my God.
2 years. Yes, 2 years. So
Whoa.
that's crazy. So
Yikes.
peace out. Appreciate you guys.
Bree out. I don't know what the sign off is.